Yeah, I'll react to that, sure. Oh, another one. I can do it. These are interesting in an embarrassing way. And I'm ready. Ooh, look at that. It's like a plane. Nice job, YouTube. Geo Insider, do a subscribe, like 15 American tourist habits that make Europeans cringe. Don't be that guy. Ready. Link to the original video, top the description as always. My name's Connor if you're new. Hello, ready to be frustrated. Let's do it.
Arrested for carving the two Californian girls arrested for carving their initials on a Coliseum wall and taking a selfie.
American tourist fined after parking Ferrari in the middle
Jail. Jail. Jail.
of famous Florence Plaza. American tourist fined after parking Ferrari in the middle of famous Florence Plaza.
American
Jail.
tourists caught pushing scooters down the Spanish Steps.
Jail.
Can you believe it? And that's just scratching the surface.
Unfortunately,
Today,
yes.
we are counting down the top 15 of most infuriating habits of American tourists that make Europeans shake their heads in disbelief. Plus,
I just really hope they had repercussions, harsh repercussions for that.
I'll share some tips on how to avoid
Banned
being
from the
that
country, jail
tourist.
time.
Hold on to your seats. This will be one wild, shocking, and oh so
Holding.
entertaining ride. Ready? Let's go. Let's start with habit number 1, walking, talking loudspeakers. Picture this. You're in a peaceful Parisian cafe, enjoying a quiet afternoon when suddenly, boom,
Oh my god, you guys, this croissant is amazing.
echoes across the room. Yep, that's us Americans, turning the volume up to a
The fact that Europeans can go blindfolded in public, just put a blindfold on, can't see, and will still be able to know if there are Americans around them is
11 everywhere we go. It's not just excitement, it's a habit we can't shake. Locals find this as charming as a foghorn at a yoga retreat. Disruptive and, frankly, annoying.
You
Now,
can
picture a
shake it,
gondola
actually.
ride in Venice, gently gliding along, then
Guys, this bridge is so bridgy. It's like the bridgiest bridge ever.
my tip,
Okay. Okay. I'm not sure if I can. Okay.
tone it down. Match the local vibe and speak softly. It shows respect and helps you blend in. Save the enthusiasm for moments that truly call for it, like cheering at a football match or spotting a double rainbow. In Europe, less is more when it comes to volume. Habit number 2, the everyone speaks American myth. Imagine an American tourist in a charming little Italian village, speaking rapid-fire English with phrases like,
Yo, can you hook us up with the dopest coffee spot around?
the locals look confused like they're trying to solve a riddle. We often assume everyone speaks English and gets our slang. It's like asking a cat to fetch. This can seem arrogant and, frankly, a bit lazy. So here's the deal. A simple
Excuse me, do you speak English?
works wonders. Usually people respond with,
I speak a little English. How can I help?
Oh my god, look at this guy. He can't he has such a funny accent.
works wonders. Usually people respond with,
I speak a little English.
Oh my god, how cute. Oh god, he's probably not that smart. It's I speak a little English. Can I help? Oh god, he can't even speak the language. So stupid. Oh my god.
How can I
No, he can actually speak more languages than I'm fighting against myself. I'm sorry.
help?
and then proceed to speak better English than you. Learning a few basic phrases in the local language, like ciao or grazie, can open doors
Ciao,
and hearts.
grazie.
It shows respect and effort, and trust me, locals appreciate it.
So beautiful.
Plus, it's kind of fun to play linguistic charades. Who knew ordering coffee could be an adventure? Now, there's an exception. At super busy tourist spots or restaurants, skip the Google Translate performance. The staff often speaks English, and they're in a rush, wanting to work efficiently. Save the linguistic gymnastics for quieter moments. Habit number 3, tipping incorrectly.
I'm not going to tell my French restaurant story again. I've told it dozens of times. Sorry. Parlez-vous toilet?
Save the linguistic gymnastics for quieter moments. Habit number 3, tipping incorrectly. We're used to tipping big back home, 20% or more for any service, even for Uber drivers. But in Europe, tipping customs are a whole different ballgame. Some countries find our generous tips extravagant, while others might think we're being stingy. So what's the scoop? Learn the local tipping customs. In many European countries, service is already included, and a small tip or rounding up the bill is appreciated. For instance, in Spain, you might leave just a euro or two, while in Germany, rounding up to the nearest euro is common. And in Scandinavian countries like Sweden, tipping is generally not practiced at all. Workers there receive fair wages, and tipping could
Imagine that. The owner of the restaurant doesn't have to pay their waiter or waitress $5 an hour and then count on their customer paying the rest. Imagine that.
Actually weaken their salary position. No one wants to hear that they make it up in tips. Do a little research or ask a local. It shows respect. When in doubt, remember, subtlety is key in Europe. Oh, and speaking of tipping, what's the custom in your country? Do you leave a little extra or just a high five? Share your tipping tales in the comments below.
Well, I'm American, so I assume you guys know my answer.
Habit number 4, complaining about local differences. We love our creature comforts and
Wait, did I just do the thing? Yeah, we tip over here, obviously.
familiarity. Number 4, complaining about local differences. We love our creature comforts and familiarity, but traveling means embracing the new and different. Unfortunately, some of us just can't help but gripe when things don't match our expectations or aren't like they are back home.
All right, I have a tip. Go back to your own country. Go back to America. You're complaining. I'm sure they don't want you there.
It's like this.
I'm being too aggressive. I'm sorry. These videos take a toll.
Just can't help but gripe when things don't match our expectations or aren't like they are back home. It's like this.
Why is this hotel room so tiny? Back home, we'd have a walk-in closet and AC that could freeze a penguin.
Making negative comparisons about local customs, services, or infrastructure can come off as rude and ungrateful. So here's the lowdown. When you're abroad, expect things to be different. That's the whole point of traveling. Embrace the quirks.
Imagine going to like someone's house that's letting you stay there, and you're like, this room that you gave me to sleep in while I'm away from my home, my country, it's not it. It's not it, you know?
Like the charmingly compact hotel rooms in Paris, the leisurely service in Italy, or the beautifully ancient and sometimes temperamental public transport in Greece. It shows respect and makes your travel experience richer. Next time you're tempted to complain, take a breath, enjoy the adventure, and maybe laugh about it later. After all, isn't that what travel stories are made of?
Yeah.
Habit number 5, risky behavior for photos. Be honest, who doesn't love a good photo op? But sometimes we take it to dangerous extremes, standing in the middle of busy streets, dangling off ledges, or hopping fences just to get the perfect shot for Instagram. Spoiler alert, a lot can go wrong. It's not just risky, but it can also be annoying on small viewing platforms. Innocent bystanders getting thwacked with selfie sticks. Nobody deserves that, and there's a reason for those bans on selfie sticks. Milan banned them in 2017 to crack down on anti-social behavior. They're also banned in all Disney parks. Amsterdam's Van Gogh Museum, the Sistine Chapel,
I've been
Garou
there.
Beach in France.
I haven't been to the Sistine Chapel. Haven't been to the Roman Colosseum. Would love to go to Italy as like my next trip to Europe. I'd love to go back to the UK and France, but I haven't been to Italy, and I would love to go. And I love Roman history and later Italian history, Genoese, Naples. I would love to go. What was my point? Oh yeah, when I go traveling, I never really take pictures, and so I like to travel with someone who does take pictures, so that, because I always kind of regret it, and I'm like, oh, I wish I had some pictures, but then if someone else took them, I can see theirs and take theirs. So
Colosseum in Rome. Even more concerning, a study published in the Journal of Travel Medicine uncovered 379 selfie-related deaths over the previous 13 years. So what's the lowdown? Your safety is more important than a few extra likes. Enjoy the moment, take safe photos, and remember that no
that's a lot more than I would have expected.
picture is worth risking your life. Plus, respecting local rules and customs shows you're a considerate traveler. Next time you're tempted to risk it all, think twice and choose a safer spot. Your followers will still love your pics, and you'll be around to take many more. All right, let's play a game. Picture this. You're strolling through the narrow streets of Venice, admiring the canals. Suddenly, an American tourist appears, struggling with a mountain of suitcases, blocking the sidewalk. You hear a thud as a wheeled suitcase gets stuck. Any guesses on the habit? Here's a hint. Do I really need 6 pairs of shoes for a weekend trip? If you guessed overpacking, you're right. We'd love to be prepared, but hauling huge amounts of luggage can be a real hassle. Overpacking slows you down and makes you that person blocking the entire sidewalk or struggling to fit into an elevator. So what's the...
And I just saw a TikTok yesterday of American tourists complaining. I think they were in Venice, of like, there's no drive up right to the place I'm staying, and I have to haul all my luggage everywhere I go.
Deal. Pack light and smart. Think versatile outfits, essentials only. Remember, you can always do a little laundry on the road. Plus, lighter luggage means more room for souvenirs. Next time you're tempted to bring everything but the kitchen sink, rethink and repack. Your back will thank you, and you'll move around with ease, ready to enjoy your adventure.
Sorry to interrupt, but before we dive into the next embarrassing
I can't deal with that accent. The California girl accent is just... I don't love the New England accent a lot, so the only one I don't like more than our own local accent is the California Valley girl accent. It makes me shiver.
habit. Here's a quick tip from me. If you're
Okay.
vibing with these travel hacks, don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash that notification bell for more awesome advice.
And now, time for the next round. Imagine this. You're in a cozy Spanish cafe, enjoying the quiet.
would
Suddenly,
be
you
nice.
hear an American tourist loudly exclaim,
What? This tiny portion costs how much? Back home, I'd get a plate twice the size for half the price.
sound familiar? Any guesses on the habit?
You're torturing me with this accent. I know it's accurate, but it's
Here's a
Twice the size for half the price.
nails on
sound familiar?
chalkboard.
Any guesses on the habit? Here's a hint. It's all about comparing food portions and prices to American standards. If you guessed complaining about portions or prices, you're right. We Americans are used to big servings and lower prices, but constantly comparing and complaining can come off as disrespectful to local.
It sucks. It sucks. How do you go to another country and not expect things to be different? If you go to another country and complain that something is not what you're used to, what was going through your mind when you scheduled your trip? What was going through your mind? What was going through your mind?
customs and economic conditions. So, what to do? Embrace the local dining experience. Smaller portions often mean higher quality, and prices reflect local economies.
Miserable
Enjoy the
individual.
flavors and savor the moment, instead of comparing it to back home. Habit number 8, lumping all of Europe together. You know the type saying, I've been to Europe, after a
Usually that means I've been to northern Italy, western Germany, France, the UK, maybe Spain.
quick tour of Paris, London, or Rome. You wouldn't say you've done America after visiting New York. So why do the same with Europe? Europe isn't a monolith. It's a patchwork of different languages, histories, and traditions. So, how to fix this? Appreciate the uniqueness of each country. Dive into the local cultures, learn a few phrases in the language, and explore beyond the tourist hotspots. Recognize that each European country has its own identity and charm. Next time you're bragging about your European adventure, remember to give credit to the individual countries and their rich, diverse cultures. It shows respect and makes your travel stories even more interesting. Habit number
And makes you sound like less of an idiot. Whoa.
9, disrespecting monuments and cultural sites. We've all seen it.
This is all what I'm about. I'm not a big nightlife person, okay? Maybe I'm boring. I am boring. I love history, architecture, museums. That's what I'm there for.
Tourists behaving badly at historical landmarks, treating them like their personal playgrounds. It's like hosting a rave in a library. Not cool, folks. Remember those 2 Californian girls who were arrested for carving their initials on a
What was their sentence? 80 years in jail.
Coliseum wall? Or the American tourist?
That is not just vandalism. You are ruining something that has been around for thousands of years. You're ruining it for everyone. That's like a crime against humanity, all right? If you vandalize the pyramids or the Great Wall of China or Petra or the Roman Colosseum, Tower of London, Notre Dame, jail.
Who parked his Ferrari in the middle of a famous Florence plaza. These aren't just cringeworthy, they're downright disrespectful. So, how to handle it? Show some respect.
He's being too light. It's not just disrespectful. You are ruining a piece of history. You're not ruining the whole thing. You're defaming a piece of history. Like when I see people like protest at Stonehenge and throw paint on it, or go to a museum and throw paint on it, I'm not going to say what I think should happen.
When visiting these sites, take a moment to understand the significance of where you are. Read the plaques, listen to the guides, and absorb the history. It's about honoring the memory and
Am I going too far? I'll take a chill pill.
Read the plaques, listen to the guides, and absorb the history. It's about honoring the memory and importance of these places. Next time you're at a historical or cultural site, remember to treat it with the respect it deserves. You'll gain a deeper appreciation for the history and culture, and you'll set a good example for other travelers. Habit number 10, dressing inappropriately. This is one of my biggest pet peeves. Americans
This is one that I'm guilty of, and so let me have it.
are practical. Habit number 10,
Not that I would dress inappropriately to like a nice restaurant, but I am the American that's gonna look like he's going to the gym. So lay it on me. I'm guilty of this.
dressing inappropriately. This is one of my biggest pet peeves. Americans are practical and love to dress casually. We don't wear nice clothes every day. It's all about comfort. But sometimes our idea of casual just doesn't cut it abroad. I get the travel vests with all those pockets are handy, but it screams tourist the moment you step off the plane. Lucy, my French friend, always says, European fashion is more about how things fit rather than emphasizing
I've seen her channel.
brand names. A friend of mine recently visited Paris for the first time. She usually rocks dresses and heels, but found that in Paris, it made her stick out like a sore thumb. So what's the fix? Do a little research before you pack. Understand the local dress codes and pack accordingly. When visiting churches, cover those shoulders and knees. When dining in fancy restaurants, step it up a notch. Think more dinner party and less beach party. Next time you're planning your outfit, remember to dress respectfully. It shows you appreciate and respect the local culture, and you'll blend in much better, making your experience all the more enjoyable. Habit
Guys, I am guilty of that myself. So I shouldn't do it. I should learn from this. So I'm not gonna. This is one I'm guilty of.
Number 11, small talk. I know, we love to chat, but in many parts of Europe, striking up a conversation with a stranger is like trying to start a dance party in a library. Awkward and unwelcome. Take France, for example.
Hey,
in
how
Paris,
are you?
Small talk is a regional no-no. If you start chatting with a stranger, they'll probably ignore you unless you're asking for directions. In Scandinavian countries like Denmark or Sweden, you must be crazy if you are talking to strangers. Germany, occasionally some old folks might start a conversation at a bus stop, but that's about it. In Poland, small talk is rare and unusual. Hello is about as talkative as it gets on a good day. On the flip side, small talk is more
Portugal and Czechia, another two I'd love to visit.
common in Southern Europe, but generally Europeans are more reserved and value their personal space. So what's the takeaway? Read the room. Gauge the vibe before launching into a friendly chat. If people seem open, go for it. If not, respect their space and enjoy the silence. Your consideration will be appreciated, and you'll blend in much better with the local culture. Next time you're tempted to share your life story with a stranger, remember to keep it short and sweet. A little cultural awareness goes a long way. And hey, how is it in your country? Do you love a good chat or prefer to keep to yourself?
Again, I'm from the country that the video is about, so.
Share your small talk stories in the comments below. Habit number 12, overemphasizing ancestral heritage.
I've gotten better at this, I swear.
We obviously love to celebrate our roots, but sometimes we can take it a bit too far. Claiming to be 100% Greek or Irish because your great-great-grandparents were from there might not be as well received by the locals. Imagine visiting Ireland and proudly declaring, I'm 100% Irish, only for the locals to smile politely while thinking, sure, but you sound more like you're from Boston. Or telling someone in
Oh, God. Another one. I'm better at it because of videos like this and talking with Europeans. I'm Irish.
in Italy about your authentic Italian heritage while mispronouncing.
Hey, I'm walking here. I'm Italian too. Where are you from? The Bronx, Staten Island.
Bruschetta. So how to handle it. Embrace your heritage,
Bruschetta.
but don't overdo it. Show genuine interest in the local culture without making it all about your ancestral connections. Share your excitement, but remember, you're a guest exploring their home, not a long-lost native. Next time you're tempted to overemphasize your roots, keep it cool and respectful. Appreciate the culture around you, and locals will appreciate your genuine curiosity and humility. Habit number 13, impatience. We love our fast service and immediate responses, but in Europe, things tend to move at a more relaxed pace, especially in restaurants and shops. Here's a scene for you. You are sitting in a cafe in Portugal, waiting for your coffee, and you start tapping your foot impatiently. Or you're in an Italian restaurant, frustrated because your meal isn't out within 10 minutes. This kind of impatience can come across as rude and disrespectful of the local pace of life. So how do we deal with it? Embrace the slower pace. Take this time to enjoy your surroundings, have a conversation, and savor the moment. Remember, good things take time, and part of the charm of Europe is its relaxed way of life. Next time you find
Another thing that can be down to, you're in a different place. Things are going to be different.
yourself getting frustrated with
Respect
slower
it, admire it, learn about it.
And part of the charm of Europe is its relaxed way of life. Next time you find yourself getting frustrated with slower service, take a deep breath and remind yourself that you're on vacation. Enjoy the leisurely pace, and you'll find yourself having a much richer experience. Habit number 14.
Wow, I'm waiting so long. This person is not getting a good tip. Actually, we don't get tipped. We get paid a fair wage. Yeah, well, you're still taking long.
Talking about money. We're pretty open about discussing personal
That was a joke, by the way.
finances, salaries, and the cost. Talking about money. We're pretty open about discussing personal finances, salaries, and the cost of things. But in many parts of Europe, this can be seen as vulgar and inappropriate. Imagine this. You're having a conversation with someone you've just met in Italy and casually mention how much you make or how expensive your new gadget was. The room goes silent and you get some awkward glances.
Or even, I don't even like the question, which is common when you meet someone, like, past the usual hellos, how are you, is like, what do you do? I don't even like that question, because I get that you're trying to learn more about the person, but you can then form a lot of things that you think about this person by the job they do, and then you're not going to get to know the real person. And so I don't even like that. It's like, you don't need to know that. Ask me as a person or someone else. Leave that out of it. Why do you need to form a million opinions about someone because you want to know what they do, instead of just getting to know someone without that, you know? I don't like that.
Openly about money, especially if you earn a lot, can make Europeans uncomfortable and come across as bragging or insensitive. In Austria, discussing salaries is fairly taboo. There's this unspoken rule of not telling others to avoid making them uncomfortable if you earn more. Similarly, in the
True, but also just not to form an opinion on someone you don't even know yet.
Czech
You know what I
Republic,
mean?
salaries are considered a private issue and shouldn't be discussed. It may seem odd since, back home, we often think sharing salary info helps everyone except the employer. But here it's different. So what should you do instead? Keep money matters private. Instead of discussing your finances, focus on the experience, the culture, and the people you're with. Ask about local customs, share stories, and enjoy the moment without bringing up your bank account. Quick break before
You aren't your job. You aren't what you make.
number 1.
Leave
If
that
you're digging
alone.
these travel hacks, hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell. Stay tuned for the best tip yet. Habit number 15, political discussions and blame. Americans. Who doesn't love a good political debate, but
That's the thing over here that people just avoid usually, just because it's like everyone just gets mad, whatever you believe.
diving into politics abroad can be a minefield. Engaging in political discussions where locals might criticize or blame you for your country's policies
This is a thing that I think can nowadays apply to the USA. So
can engaging in political discussions where locals might criticize or blame you for your country's policies can quickly turn uncomfortable. So, and what's the best approach? Steer clear of political discussions. If the topic comes up, listen politely.
actually, if you are European going to America and you were asked about your politics, Americans, many of them are just so unaware of politics outside their own country that they won't even know what you're talking about. So,
But avoid getting drawn into debates. Focus on common interests and lighter topics that build connections rather than divisions. Next time you're tempted to engage in a political discussion, remember that some conversations are best left for back home. Keep things friendly and respectful, and you'll have a much more enjoyable experience. So there you have it, 15 habits that can make American tourists stand out in all the wrong ways when traveling in Europe. I think the main takeaway is that when you go on holiday to another country, you are a guest in someone else's home. Behave like one. It's sad that adults actually have to be told this
yeah, agreed. 100% on this last
when
point there.
traveling in Europe.
You're a guest. Act like you would if you were going to another person you just met's house. You wouldn't act the same way as you would in your house. All right. I put my feet up on the very interesting. I am guilty of two of the things for sure. The casual dress and like I'm better at it, but like the heritage thing, it's weird. It's annoying. No, you're not Irish. You're not English. You're American. And so I even had stuff in here I've been guilty of. So it's nice to learn. Loved it. Again, everything can be explained by his final thing. Like, you're a guest in a country, you're traveling for a new experience. Don't act like if something is different from what it's like at your country, you should complain. That is ridiculous. And thank God they use less of the Valley Girl accent towards the end. That was killing me. Love y'all. Hope you're all doing well. Or maybe saying love y'all is too strong to... Hope everyone's doing well. Would appreciate any comments down below. Would love to hear all of the things you have to say. Hope everyone's doing well. And I hope I see you guys next time. We'll keep on learning together. Bye, guys.